Gurupadamaham Vande Paramanandamadavam. So for want of time, without any explanations, just I will read out the paper. Upadesasara of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. The four chief goals in the life of a person, according to Hindu Dharma, are Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Among them, the first three deals with a person in this world while he is alive, and the fourth one, that is Moksha, talks about one's status after shedding life, after his demise. However, these four are not independent but closely interdependent and interrelated. The activities, that is the karma, and approach to the life of a person in dealing with the first three determine one's position in the aftermath of shedding life. But one has to strive hard continuously with a strong and focused willpower to achieve these goals. As a basic requirement, one should be clear in his objective and possess the knowledge related to his needs. No one can escape pretending ignorance. Bhagavad Gita is clear on this viewpoint. Tasmat Sastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vyavastito Nyatva Sastra Vidanoktam Karma Kartum Iharhasi. So hence, to acquire the requisite knowledge, it is the primary objective of a seeker to seek a guru who can guide his disciple in the right way and to show the path of illumination. It is more so in the case of a person who is interested in self-inquiry and self-realization to seek a guru of a higher order. For instance, the great seer Adi Shankara himself went in search of a suitable guru for quite a long time till he found out Sri Govinda Bhagavad Pada. Shankara, Ramanuja, Vedanta Desika, Vidyaranya and other Mahapurushas are such preceptors who were with us in human form and contributed in a significant manner to the betterment of the society and humankind at large. Their avatars were inevitable since the people immersed in the materialistic mundane world and sensuous pleasures, and they had to be pulled out of that fantasy and illusion. One such Mahapurusha was Bhagavan Sri Ramana from our Dravida Desa. Born in Tiruchuri near Madurai on 30th December 1879, Bhagavan attained Mahasamadhi on 14th April 1950. The exciting speciality of Bhagavan was that he not only preached and written scriptures on his perceptions on Advaita philosophy, but also devoutly led the life of an ascetic as prescribed in Yati Panchakam of Sri Adi Shankara, Kaupinavantaha Kalu Bhagyavantaha. In normal terms, we can say he was a role model of a guru to the real seeker of liberation. Further, he represented the Guru General of the Sri Dakshinamurti Maunavyakya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam. Sri Ramana used to sit in meditation in silence, reaching a state of trance for days and months together. Silence was the language of Bhagavan. And Ramana Maharshi neither had a regular academic learning or Gurukulavasa, nor very proficient in Shastras to the external world, but he was an avatar and gift of Ishvara to the world. Avatar of the world. So he acquired Atma Jnana and Anubhuti through simple living, rigorous penance and deep meditation, thus transforming himself to the position of a Bhagavan and Maharshi. Bhagavan was erudite in Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu and Malayalam as well. Arunachala of Annamalai was his Sarveswara, that is Paramatma. On reaching the city of Annamalai, he declares to God, "At your command I have come to you." Enchanted by the Advaita philosophy of Shankara and his works, Ramana expressed the teachings of Shankara in his own style in Tamil and other languages in an inimitable elegance, not as a mere translation but as independent sacred texts. Bhagavan Ramana has authored many works. A few of his works was written by his devotees in the form of dialogues, disciples seeking clarification and response from the master to ward off their doubts. For example, Ramana Gita. Sri Ramana chanted lot of hymns on Arunachala, Aksharamani Malai, Stuti Panchakam, Navamani Malai, Ashtakam, Pancharatnam, etc. Besides this, his works on Advaita philosophy and his own teachings, Upadesasaram, Ulladanarpadu, Anubandham, Saddarsanam, Ekatma Vachakam are noteworthy. Doctrine of Bhagavan. Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram, Hyaham Ahamidi Sakshat Atma Rupena Bhati, Hridi Visa Manasa Swam Chinvata Majjata Ava, Pavana Chalana Rodat Atmanishto Bhavatvam. The sloka from second chapter of Ramana Gita is very significant, as it is said to be the first composition of Ramana in Sanskrit. This verse has a special purpose as it directly expresses the vision of truth as perceived by Bhagavan. Meaning of this sloka: in the center of the heart cave, Brahma shines alone. It is the form of self-experience directly as I. Enter the heart through self-inquiry or merging or by breath control and become rooted as that. This sloka contains the essence of Ramana's teachings. The Vedic texts, Upanishads, proclaim that Brahman shines in the hearts of all creation. Moreover, the Brahman is pure, eternal and self-luminous. The word Kevalam to qualify Brahma indicates the Advaita, that is absence of duality. Upadesasara. Upadesasara is written in Sanskrit in a simple format in 30 verses, explaining Daivat's path to liberation, culminating his own perception of Atma Vichara, self-inquiry. We can even say the verses are in the sutra format, as the title itself indicates. The work describes the contents in a succinct manner. As Lord Krishna, the Supreme Master, offers alternate margas for a seeker of liberation in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Ramana also shows various paths for self-realization through selfless Karma Yoga, the path of action, Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion, Raja Yoga here, Ashtanga Yoga, and Jnana Yoga, the path of knowledge. Each path suited to a different type of individual or to a different stage of a person's spiritual quest. Moreover, the search for self, Atma Vichara, is Bhagavan's individualistic approach, sanctified by his own experience. In the first half of the work, Ramana speaks about the paths to pursue, and the second part is devoted to self-inquiry. The salient points just of Upadesasara, very briefly. Karma, regarding karma he says, karma tajjadam. So karma, that is action, is not supreme, that is inner. The fruits of action are realized by the will of the creator. The results of action are impermanent, yet their seeds form an ocean of karma, which becomes a barrier to the progress of a real seeker. Mind control can be achieved. Actions which are performed with an attitude of dedication to the Lord and done without any expectation of the fruits thereof purify the mind and thereby lead one to liberation. Compare Adhikarastya Mahabalesha Kadachana, etc. in Bhagavad Gita. And regarding bhakti, by practice of bhakti sadhana, one can strengthen devotion. The actions done by the body, that is puja, speech, that is worship, ritualistic worship, speech, that is japa, chanting, and mind, contemplation, inner meditation, each is superior to the other in an ascending order. Worship of any of the 8 forms, here he says Panchabhutas, the sun, the moon and the jiva, thinking they are all forms of God, is good worship. Singing the glory of God is good, but loud chanting of japa is better than that. Soft japa is superior to loud chanting of japa. Above all, japa done by the mind, that is mental japa, without any kind of utterances, is the best, according to him. Dhyana, like an unbroken flow of ghee, ajyadaraya, and flow of a stream of water, continuous meditation is better to interrupted one. Meditation without duality, that is he is me, that is I am he, is considered holy and superior to meditation with a separateness between the individual and the Lord. A state of void, free from thought, is gradually attained, making abidance in the background state of I am complete. This is supreme devotion. Fixing the mind in the heart is true karma action, bhakti, ashtanga yoga and jnana, according to Bhagavan. Then Raja yoga or ashtanga yoga. Through the breath control, the movement of the mind is contained, just as the movement of a bird restrained when caught in a nest. The mind and the vital layers, that is the prana, which carry out various thought processes and activities within the body respectively, emerge from one common source, that is Lord. Mind control can be achieved. Mind control can be achieved through 2 modes, either by absorption of the mind, manolaya, or by destruction, manonasa. But when the mind is destroyed, it can never emerge again. Here, destruction of the mind really means the removal of ignorance of one's own nature. The mind that gets absorbed by the restraint of the pranas gets destroyed by contemplation and reality. Hence, for a dignified yogi whose mind is totally destroyed, nothing more is to be performed through action. So thus, when attention is withdrawn from objects and focused exclusively on the self, truth is realized, self-realization is achieved. And finally, Jnana Yoga, on self-inquiry, when one finds out that there is no mind, that is direct path to reality. Mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. These thoughts depend upon the I thought, that is ahankara, or ego alone. Hence, I thought is the mind. If one starts thinking that from where does this I thought arise, that thought will vanish. This is self-inquiry according to Bhagavan. When the ego is destroyed, the supreme infinite existence shines forth on its own in the spiritual heart as I in its Purnatva. Thus this pure self remains indestructible when the individual and total egos merge. This real I is the only truth. The body, the senses, the vital air, intellect and ignorance, all these are not real as they are gross, inert, insentient and illusionary. Existence is consciousness, and consciousness alone is the self, that is I am. From the standpoint of the gross and subtle, there is difference between Jiva and Ishvara, but with respect to the true nature, the supreme reality alone exists. When the various conditionings of the body, mind and identifications with name and form are shed, the self is realized. The vision of Lord as self is true self-realization. Since the self is non-dual, fixing in the self alone is the vision of the self. Consciousness transcends all dualities and is devoid of the thought of both knowledge and ignorance. Hence, the knowledge of consciousness is the best medium to know the self. When one inquires to himself, what is my nature, realizes the self as indestructible, unborn, perfect and of the nature of consciousness and bliss. Bhagavan finally asserts that self-inquiry, devoid of ego, is a great penance and states firmly that rare and divine individual, Jivastu Daivikaha, he says, who has realized the divine state, his own real nature, gains supreme happiness and bliss beyond bondage and freedom here in this very world. So this Upadesha Saram, you can say even Upanishad Saram, according to Bhagavan, is all only teachings. Thank you very much.